What's the matter, Donald? Are you getting scared? Because now you're having the MAGA Republicans start to message that if the MAGA Republicans lose the House of Representatives in the midterms, you are going to be impeached. Are you worried about that, Donald, that all of your violations of the law are going to catch up to you? Are you worried about a third impeachment, Donald? Are you worried about a blue wave so big that there could actually be a conviction in the Senate? Here's the latest that we're learning. This is what OAN is putting out there. Jason Gilbert says if you voted for Trump in 2024, but don't vote in the midterms, it's like you are voting for Donald Trump to be impeached. And as the MAGA Republicans putting out messages like that, Donald Trump is posting videos and photos of like the Qatari royal family dancing, the United Arab Emirates royal family partying in the palace, the Saudis dancing it up in the lavish palaces. Great, Donald. I'm sure that's putting America first right there. As Americans can't afford rent, can't afford homes, can't afford their mortgage payments, as costs are actually surging, despite you lying and claiming that, oh, prices are so low, they're down 200,000%. Gas prices have never been cheaper. No, Donald, Americans can't afford things right now. As what do they say? As Rome was burning, Nero's playing the fiddle. As America is burning, Donald Trump is out there begging the Qataris for gold-plated jets. Hey, Donald, do you see the jet there, Donald? Hey, Donald, do you see the jet there, Donald? By the way, we've got some receipts, Donald. Remember in the debate, there's always a Trump quote for everything. Remember in the 2016 debate when Donald Trump said the following about Qatar and Saudi Arabia? Play this clip.
Do you want to talk about that?
But there is no evidence, but there is a lot of evidence about the very good work
and it's a criminal enterprise, and so many people know it. It's a criminal enterprise. Saudi Arabia giving $25 million, Qatar, all of these countries. You talk about women and women's rights. So these are people that push gays off buildings. These are people that kill women and treat women horribly, and yet you take their money. So I'd like to ask you right now, why don't you give back the money that you've taken from certain countries that treat certain groups of people so horribly? Why don't you give back the money? I think it would be a great gesture.
It is always projection and confession with these criminals. And that's exactly what you are, Donald. A vile, filthy piece of orange trash. You are a felon. You are a fraud. You are a sexual abuser. You are a bankrupter. You are a destroyer, not a builder. And Donald, America will let you know how we feel about you in the midterms. You saw what happened in Omaha, where the longest serving Republican incumbent mayor lost her seat in a 20-point swing to a Democratic candidate in Omaha, Nebraska. Donald, the blue wave is growing. You worried about impeachment? Look at the crooks and criminals in your regime, the fraudsters, the con artists, the hucksters. Take a look at this. Attorney General Pam Bondi sold $1 million to $5 million worth of shares in Trump's media company last month on the same day that he announced expansive tariffs that led to the stock market rout. The Trump media stock plummeted, but Pam Bondi made a fortune. Guess what? Pam Bondi was also a foreign agent for which country? Qatar. You know who was also a foreign agent for Qatar? Donald Trump's chief of staff, Susie Wiles. Donald Trump's FBI director, Kash Patel, put them on Qatar's payroll right there. And so was Pam Bondi. What Pam Bondi do? $115,000 a month right there. So what is Kristi Noem and Kash Patel and all these idiots saying right now? So former FBI Director James Comey posted an image that said 86-47. So now all of the MAGA Republicans were like, Comey's threatening to kill Donald. He says 86-47, like to 86. That means to kill, right? I mean, when you get 86 out of a bar or when you 86 someone, I'm not necessarily sure it means kill, but FBI Director Kash Patel, we are aware of recent social media posts by former FBI Director James Comey directed at Donald Trump. We are in communication with the Secret Service. Primary jurisdiction is with Secret Service on these matters, and we, the FBI, will provide all necessary support. Let me take a look at what Matt Gaetz posts. There's always a post for these things. These people are such morons, and they're such hypocrites. Matt Gaetz previously wrote about Mitch McConnell. We've now 86, McCarthy, McDaniel, McConnell. Better days are ahead for the Republican Party. Well, we'll see what happens with MAGA Mike Johnson with this disastrous tax bill that's going to add at least $5 trillion to our deficit, the most fiscally irresponsible thing ever. But here's what Donald Trump's doing in D.C. This is real, what I'm about to show you. There are new posters going up all across Washington, D.C., big 100, 200, 300-foot posters of Trump's face on it in Washington, D.C., just like you see in authoritarian countries with Putin's face and Kim Jong-un's face. Donald Trump is putting his face on all of the buildings across Washington, D.C. Hey, Donald, maybe just make the airports work, or maybe don't have like measles outbreaks across the country and then have Health and Human Services Secretary RFK Jr. say, maybe you shouldn't take my advice on health issues. I don't really know what I'm talking about. Denver Airport air traffic control went out for 6 minutes on Monday. Up to 20 pilots were unable to talk to controllers. Same thing that was happening in Newark. There's also a potential measles outbreak in the Newark airport as well. This is the most incompetent regime. Yeah, can I tell you what I'm very nervous about too, folks? And I want to just keep flagging it here. What's going to happen as we approach hurricane season and the Trump regime has gutted FEMA? They fired the head of FEMA, this MAGA guy, the interim head of FEMA, because he said in a congressional hearing that he doesn't want to rip apart and destroy FEMA, so they fired him. And they're saying that states need to handle the work of FEMA when states aren't equipped to handle it. What's going to happen? Come back to this video. What's going to happen when there's a hurricane and there's no one to help? Now, Donald Trump spoke in Doha in Qatar to troops. And Donald Trump spoke to the troops about how he wants to be a dictator. Yep, Donald Trump was speaking in Doha to troops, and you could kind of see their face, how uncomfortable they are. And he goes, you know, it's so hot. Could I tell you what's hot? These hats that say Trump 2028. That's so hot. That's so hot right now. Here, play this clip.
Because as you know, we won 3 elections, okay? And some people want us to do a 4th. I don't know. We'll have to think about that. You saw the new hat. The hottest hat is, it says Trump 2028. We're driving the left crazy when you see that. We didn't need that hat, but it's been an amazing period of time.
Here is Tulsi Gabbard, Donald Trump's director of national intelligence. She just fired the intelligence committee workers who said that Venezuela is not invading the United States with Tren de Aragua. They provided the truth and said, look, Tren de Aragua may be a violent gang, but they're not a hybrid state terrorist actor invading the United States. So Tulsi Gabbard fired them for telling the truth. And then she went on Jesse Waters, and she says that James Comey, Trump's former FBI director, a Republican, should be arrested and put behind bars because he posted a photo that said 8647. Play this clip.
Do you believe Comey should be in jail?
I do. Any other person with the position of influence that he has, people who take very seriously what a guy of his stature, his experience, and what the propaganda media has built him up to be, I'm very concerned for the president's life. We've already seen assassination attempts. I'm very concerned for his life. And James Comey, in my view, should be held accountable and put behind bars for this.
Two other things I want to point out before wrapping up this video. First, the 10 and 20-year Treasury yields are hitting highs. They're approaching a 5-handle, 5%. Not there yet, but they're rising high, showing significant instability as foreign countries do not want to buy our bonds. Why don't you want to buy our big, beautiful bonds? Oh, because we have literally Donald Trump like someone who's like completely demented and deranged. Maybe that, okay, I get it. Donald Trump was also too scared to show up to Istanbul or Ankara in Turkey to directly have negotiations with Zelensky, and Putin was too scared to show up. Zelensky showed up. I'll do a whole other video on that after this. Watch my next video. You're gonna like it. It's a powerful video on Zelensky. We did a lot of research on it. Oh, and then finally, a Trump-Kushner hotel project in Belgrade, Serbia, is hitting a snag based on an alleged forgery. Serbian authorities say an official admitted to forging a document allowing a protected site in Belgrade to be demolished and replaced with a Trump hotel. They literally can't do anything right, folks. There you have it. There you have it. I'll be back home soon. We've been traveling. That's why I have this background right here. Thanks for putting up with this background over here. It's been a busy week for us at the MeidasTouch Network. We appreciate you. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 5 million subscribers. Thanks for watching.
Can't get enough Meidas? Check out the Meidas Plus Substack for ad-free articles, reports, podcasts, daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, and more. Sign up for free now at MeidasPlus.com.